What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian. Did not think we would be coming into the benediction from a 2-7 Saints team, which is now 3-7, as the Falcons have fallen. So sit back, relax. Well, hell, don't even relax. Bring your problems to the altar. We got a lot to cover. It's the benediction post-game show. Let's get it. So what's going on? What's going on, folks? You already know what it is. The Falcons dropped this ball game, had multiple opportunities to win this ball game, and the blame goes all the way around. It's not just one person. It goes all the way around with this one. So if you're thinking it's just one person, you're a damn fool. And if you want to debate it, bring your ass up in here because I'm on one today. I have no problem with it. I'm letting you know I'm choosing violence today. Letting you know that now. So don't come in here with your feelings because it is what it is today. We're going to dissect the game. Let's dissect the game. Don't just put it all on Koo. Koo cost us 9 points. However, the defense gave up too many points early. And then Kirk Cousins didn't help on that last drive. So what's up, Coach Cam? We up in here, man. What's happening? Shout out to everybody that's joining us on X, Facebook, and also YouTube. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming through the benediction. The Falcons dropped the ball game this week. So let's talk about it, man. No urgency at all today, especially on the last drive. As I said before, it shouldn't have to come down to trusting Koo at that point. I said this at halftime.
Yep.
I said, hands down, what needed to happen, happened. The defense finally figured it out. Guess what? The offense had time. They had timeouts on the drive Kirk threw the interception. Hell, let's not talk about the last drive because guess what? That was just a blessing in disguise that Kamara dropped that ball. That was a blessing in the sky. When you have timeouts, you have time in your back pocket and you're driving on that team, you're supposed to finish that ball game. You are supposed to polish them off. That's how that goes. So at the end of the day, it's no excuses. It is no excuses today. No one is going to be above this. From Raheem Morris all the way down to the towel boy today. Everybody was walking. And here's the bad part. We came into their city with a damn second line.
Talking crazy.
Talking crap early. Talking early. And then took a loss.
Everything we've been asking the fans to do, they've done it, and the team didn't even show up today.
So here's my thing. Now you're getting ready to have a whole bunch of fist fights getting ready to break out or some other stuff to happen because it's going to be some sensitive Falcon fans and their feelings this week because y'all came into the city. At least wait till after we win the game to do that, as I said earlier. Mm-hmm. You came in there celebrating, and I said, hands down, you got to show up after you do that. Remember I said that, C-Dub, earlier?
Yes, yeet. Don't worry.
I said this in the pregame meal. Why would you go in here second lining and you haven't played? And you know it's a rivalry game.
Yeet.
Now, I'm going to say this here because I have look, I got a family member. I'm not going to put his name out there. If he decides to show up on the show today, cool. But I ain't going to put him out there. All I'm going to say is he said, well, Koo cost us the game because it wasn't just Koo. It was the defense. It was the overall performance of the offense. Let's be real. The offense was out of sync all day. Bijan got the first touchdown due to that linebacker missing him on the goal line. He dove in. Thank God he got in. The second one, he did it himself. But let's be real. We literally shot ourselves in the foot today.
Way too many.
Or we play called ourselves in the foot.
There's no excuses for that. We lost this ball game. Those boys showed up and they took it from us. As much as it sucks, as much as it stings, now we got it here for the rest of the year. Yeah, they couldn't sweep the division. We stopped that. Yeah, we stopped the sweep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to hear this from New Orleans fans for the longest.
So
this is what it is, man. We got Charisma Black Wolf in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, Black Wolf?
Yeah, cuzzo. I told you I was coming. I'm coming. I told you I was coming.
That's fine. You can come. I'm going to tell you just like this. I'm going to tell you like this. You can come in here, but just understand this here. You a guest in my house. Remember that. So don't come in here thinking you finna wreck shop. I don't mind you talking trash, and we gonna do this. And ain't no doing all that, because let's keep it real. You blame Koo for the loss. You blame Koo for the loss.
I already told you how it was going, bro.
You blame Koo for the loss.
You can't. I know this your house and everything.
Again, you blame Koo for the loss. Hey, you muted yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Cuz you muted yourself. Yo,
we can hear you now, bro.
You muted yourself. But here's the thing. You blame Koo for this loss, but let's be real.
I didn't blame
him. Gave up over 100 yards rushing today.
Kirk Cousins, I blamed Koo. I said Koo lost us 9 points.
No, he did.
Kirk Cousins is still a walking statue to me. He's a walking statue. He's not mobile. He just sits in the pocket and gets hit. He's not mobile enough. He throws for good yardage, but he's not mobile. He stands there and just get hit.
He's never been mobile.
He's never been mobile, bro.
Here's my question. Have you ever wait a minute, because apparently you haven't watched Kirk Cousins in his career because he's a play action quarterback, which means he's mobile enough. He's not a mobility quarterback where he's going to run like a Vic or Lamar Jackson. That's not his game.
I'm not saying
he runs bootlegs. Wait a minute.
Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, no, I'm saying he runs boot. His strength is bootlegs. His strength is also moving around in the pocket. That is his game.
I understand. I watched his career. I just know he's just like not. He's not got. He doesn't have to be a Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying a Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying that he's not.
That's an anomaly. I don't think too many people can be that.
Hey, sometimes Patrick Mahomes can't be Patrick Mahomes.
Pat a different animal.
Okay, I'll give you another quarterback. Maybe I'm trying to think of somebody who's kind of slow but fast. But they used to be good at the pocket passing and still elude people. Like Roethlisberger, he was big, but he at least he could run and he elude the pass action play.
Big Ben was just a big body. He carried.
Yeah.
So he's more like, if you're going to use that analogy, you would more so want to use someone like Josh Allen. He's this era's Ben Roethlisberger.
Josh is fast.
6'5", 245. He's slow, but he will carry you.
Josh runs a 4.5, bro. He ain't slow.
Right, he's way faster.
Josh can get out of dodge.
Yes, you can.
Big boy can move.
We can't use
him. If here's the thing, I'm not even gonna compare anybody to Kirk because I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nobody in the game like that. But let's be real. When you talk about a guy that has veteran leadership, a guy that has pretty much at this point the most game-winning drives at the end. Sometimes you're the dog, sometimes you're the fire hydrant. Today we were the fire hydrant because let's be real. Look at how many game-winning drives we've had this year with him, with little to no hope. This is part of the game. It happens. Kirk threw in the triple coverage. That was what sealed the deal. Now, we had a chance to get back in it at the end, but the problem was it wasn't just him. When you have nobody on that offensive line moving with urgency after passes are caught, nobody's running to get back to the line to give him a chance to spike the ball. That was a problem. But again, everybody wants to keep talking about the offense. When are we going to talk about the defense? We're a good team. When the hell are we going to talk about this defense? This is what I want to talk about. All the casual damn fans. No, let me get this out. All the damn casual fans, and I say casual because if you can't say anything about this defense not being able to tackle in open space, not being able to stop the run, Giving up critical 3 and outs. Not getting off the field in critical 3 and outs. It is a problem. It is a problem because we had more missed tackles today than anything. So if you're going to talk about it, let's talk about the fact that the defense was not consistent. They figured it out at the end of the ball game, but when we needed critical stops and we needed a pass rush, we didn't have that today.
There was a big difference from last week
all the way around. We can't just blame this on the offense.
There was a big difference from last week and this week.
Exactly.
So before I start though, I will be remiss not to send out a special Veterans Day to all the veterans out there watching on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are watching. Some of us gave all. And for a lot of the guys on this panel, we're all veterans. So I just want to send love to each one of y'all. But again, let's get to it. Like the defense, honestly, as great as Jesse Bates is, he gets caught way too often not being where he's supposed to be. Like, and I love Jesse Bates. I'm one of the biggest Jesse Bates stands that there is. But he's out of position way too often. And then how do you get beat when you have outside leverage, AJ Terrell? You got cooked and you had outside leverage. You let the man run right past you. So
somebody's got an echo on the back. So if y'all got it turned up, please turn it down. Thank you. But let's talk about it, man. And here's the crazy part about the whole thing. Now you mentioned Bates, but let's be real. Oh, dang, Kool-Aid stepped out. I was getting ready to slide him up in here and let him talk, but he'll be right back. Hey, Kool-Aid, if you're back in the chat, man, come on back in here. But here's the thing. The man that was beat today was Justin Simmons. Let's talk about it. Simmons made a great play on that tight end to stop it. But today, Justin Simmons was the victim today in that secondary. He was the victim in the secondary today. We all talked about this. We all talked about everything that is going on when it comes to the secondary being the strength of this team. They had no answer for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And remember this, Justin Simmons played against him, and so did Jesse Bates when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was cooking them back then. So again, that man understood what routes he could run to actually slice up this defense, because that was who scored their touchdowns for him today. Taysom Hill wasn't a factor. We focused on him. Kool-Aid, what's good, man? James, what's up? Kool-Aid.
I think Robinson did good. Robinson did good.
Hold up, Charisma. Kool-Aid got the flow.
Hey, man. Hey, we played the Saints today. We knew it was going to be a game like this. This ain't no new game.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying? There's no new game between the Saints. All my life, winning and losing. Whether we wasn't winning nothing, we could be 0-10, they could be 0-10. It's going to be the same type of game. No error. We needed no errors at all. And we made all the errors in the game to lose this. We couldn't afford Koo to miss those kicks, man. We couldn't afford for no windows to be open. Anybody who make those errors potentially gave a chance to lose that game. When Kamari dropped that ball, he opened up the window. Well, it always like this. It always come down to that one block kick, or that interception, or that fumble, or somebody dropping the ball. This was just a natural, all-time Atlanta Falcons New Orleans game. And we beat ourselves with Koo missing 3 field goals. It's just simple as that. We could blame everybody of the Evan Florida game and all of this. That's football. That's sports. Everybody gonna have this. You're gonna throw interception at this. But when you have situations where you're supposed to make the clutch play and you can't do it, you're gonna lose in any sports that you do. Any sport. And Koo had an opportunity to make these plays. And you know, when we went in this game, in that last drive, they had to go have on their mind, oh, we can't afford Koo. We got to go try to make a touchdown. So they couldn't play safe. They had to play aggressive. And sometimes when you play aggressive like that and not play to tie the game or whatever, you can make those mistakes. But it just came down to it. I don't care how you cut it. Cool lost this game. And if we're going to go any further, we better go get Cool off this team right now. You need to go they should have his paperwork.
Hold up. If you're going to sit there and say that, because here's the thing, the man done won games for us this year. Now, yeah, he had an off day, but let's call a spade. Wait a minute. Let's call a spade. Because when you said that, let's talk about this defense. This defense cost us today, big time. It cost us big time. We had no sacks today, Kool-Aid.
We don't never get
sit
sacked.
there and say, let's be real. We got one sack. I'm sorry. But let's be real. We hurt ourselves by not bringing in, as we said, either a defensive tackle. I mean, Goldman looked solid today, but we didn't help ourselves by not bringing in a defensive tackle. And you even said this on the last show you came on. We didn't bring in an edge rusher like we talked about. And we said that was going to hurt because guess what? Judon is MIA because why? He's held. You saw that all day. And that's something that you've talked about multiple times. You've even said that about Judon being held.
Number 17 is out there getting cardio.
Okay.
That's all Jimmy out there doing. 17,
go ahead.
I don't understand why coach can't replace number 17. What's the problem with that?
They don't want to take a cap hit right
cardio.
now. Listen, the reason they're not getting rid of him, and I got to let James cook and then Gray Beard, and then we're going to open the topic up because I'm letting everybody get the openers in. The reason we can't get rid of him yet is because we can't afford to take a cap hit right now. And what's going to happen is he's on his contract year right now, just like Pitts. So he's trying to get a contract. But I agree with you. He is the cardio master, as you call him, because all he does is run around and does not make any plays like that. So we're going to bring that back because that's something I want you to jump on because you brought that out earlier when we were in Larry's chat or whatnot, when you called that out and you pointed out about 4 plays that you saw him running around on. So I'm going to let you bring that one out and dissect that one, Kool-Aid. James, what you got, man? Welcome.
What's going on? To break it down, to keep it short and simple, I wholeheartedly agree with Kool-Aid. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, the defense showed up when they were supposed to show up. Even though they didn't get the sacks or anything like that of that measure, they did stop the Saints in the second half. So Jimmy Lake made the necessary adjustments to get the job done. You got to understand, bro, Cool left 9 points on that field, bro. If he kicked those field goals and those field goals is proper, it's 26-20, hands down.
Facts.
And the main thing is, at the end of the day, when you got a kicker, like Kool-Aid said, 1 and 4 on field goals, you have to play aggressive. You have to try to go for that touchdown at that point because for the simple fact it is, when the coaching staff ain't going to have no faith in that kicker. Of course, they didn't get no sacks. They got 1 sack. That's cool. That's all right. AK playing Pilates. We getting that on a weekly basis, so we used to that. So with that being said, at hand, when it comes down to it, this game is strictly on Young Ho Cool.
Nah, it's not.
That's what
It's not. We can disagree because the best safeties in the league. Now, James, that's fine. That's fine that you said that, and we're not saying it's wrong, but let's talk about it. Your two high-paid safeties that we have on this defense literally were MIA today. Jesse Bates was MIA, and Justin Simmons. What?
I give you that too.
Because here's the thing. This is why I'm saying this was a problem. This is why I say this is a problem, James. We said
AJ got torched too, though.
But that's what I'm saying. The secondary guy.
You said Clark. You said Clark. AJ got torched too. AJ was mostly on Valdez-Scantling the whole game.
Actually, because here's the thing. Everything changed.
That was on Clark.
Let's be real. Everything changed when Hughes went down. Everything changed when Hughes went down.
Yep.
Clark Phillips III came in there, and he literally got baptized by fire today. Literally by Valdez-Scantling. He got baptized. Now, AJ, on the other hand, AJ just got flat out cooked. It's just what it is. We know AJ gonna give up one. We know he gonna give up 2 to 3 big ones every game. That's just AJ. That's what he is. But what I'm pissed about is my 2 top alpha dog safeties that are supposed to be on the back end and understand that this dude that cooked us today had over 100 yards on us and 2 touchdowns. This is a guy that they played against already when they were in the AFC. All 3 of them came over to the NFC, James. Nothing changed about this dude's game. Nothing changed about this dude's game. The problem is the Saints haven't been using him like that until today. And you got 2 guys that know him well and literally would cook today.
Somebody look this up. Somebody look this up for me. I believe Marquez Valdez-Scantling was targeted 3 times, had 2 catches. Both catches were for touchdowns and over 100 yards. How is that possible?
With the 2 best safeties in the league. And this is why I say it can't just be on Younghoe Koo. Because that touchdown, the first touchdown he caught, he was in between 3 defenders. 3 defenders.
Yeah.
There's no way you can sit there and make an excuse for that. Because all 3 of them dudes can run. And it was all secondary cats.
But let me say. I'll go ahead and let you go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you good, bro.
No, what I was gonna say is Kamara smoked those boy. That shouldn't have happened. Kamara should have got an open play like that when he dropped that ball. That shouldn't have happened. They should have stopped him way back.
That was on the linebacker on that one, cuz
that was the linebacker. You really think a linebacker running with Alvin Kamara?
Look, Kay Nellis can't run with Alvin Kamara. That's just a mismatch. That was just caught. That was a mismatch right there. We caught a blessing in the sky when that boy dropped that ball, just like Saquon dropped the ball in Philly.
And we should have galvanized and capitalized off that. And like you said, Koo missed them balls. I hated that. I know he had an off day because Koo don't miss. Koo don't miss, man. Koo don't miss.
But here's the other thing that killed us. Now, this is the part you said galvanized, right? The offensive line hurt themselves by having 2 false start penalties. And that took us out of field goal range. So, again, it's not just that. It's many elements in this game that literally just didn't sit right. But I got to let my man Graybeard go, and then we're going to open this thing up because I know people are going to be coming in, bringing their problems to the table. So, Graybeard, what do you have out of this one? And shout out to you. Happy Veterans Day, my boy, my fellow vet.
Happy Veterans Day to everybody. Everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Preacher. Take your time.
Defense.
What defense? What defense?
Our secondary supposed to be the best thing on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Today, they were the worst part of our defense. Younghoe Koo, he left 9 points. He left 9 points on the field. 2 in the first half, 1 in the third, 1 in the second half. Even though 1 got blocked, I understand that. Cool, I get it. But that last drive literally ran me crazy. Kirk Cousins.
That interception.
No, the low. I'm talking about the very last drive of the game.
I gotta hear this part.
Could that second down, all he had to do was throw the ball away. No sack. No sack. Stop the clock.
Right.
We was at the 38-yard line.
Right.
We lost 18 yards. That got us completely out of field goal range.
Mm-hmm.
We could at least got back. We could at least made.
Hey, you froze, Graybeard. So what we doing while you're doing your opening soliloquies? Like I said, we just had Red to jump in. Red, what's up?
What's up?
William, we see you too. We're doing opening soliloquies. What we gonna be doing, because we got people that's coming through, we are gonna be rotating. So everybody's gonna have to rotate in and out. Because we're gonna have to drop people in and out or whatnot today because we got folks coming through in the backstage. So
I'm not gonna be on too long. I'm just saying overall.
Yeah.
Overall, this was a team loss. Kirk Cousins did not play his good brand of football. Bijan, the only one that showed up offensively. along with Drake. Donnell Mooney, he played fairly decent, but our defense, man, this 3-4 got to go.
Tyler, and shout out to Tyler Algier
yeah.
because he definitely ran hard even after he got tagged early.
Yeah, he got blasted. He got blasted, but
that's the first time we've ever seen Tyler get blasted like that. But he kept coming. So respect to him.
Before I get off, I knew we were gonna have this type of game. Okay, it was 3rd and 14 after they got a false start penalty in the first half, in the first quarter.
Yeah,
they got it anyway. They got it anyway for a 17-yard completion on Clark Phillip. And that let me know right then and there we weren't gonna get off the field like that. So overall, hey, we took an L. Get back to it, because right now Carolina is no sleepover. They're on a 2-game winning streak. We can't take them lightly. So,
all right, Red, what you got, man?
I ain't been that long though.
I'm done. For
me, man.
Hold up, wait. You gotta we wait a minute,
okay,
Will. Red came in before you, bro. Then you can go after Red.
I don't have too much to say other than just all three sides of the ball, offense, defense, special team, just played like pure crap today. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Nobody stepped up for anybody today. Defensive wise, we let Marvez Scantling, whatever his name is, look like a doggone Pro Bowler. Offensive wise, no consistency. Other than Bijan and Drake, we couldn't do a doggone thing. Special team wise, we left 9 points on the field. Cool. It was nice while it lasted, but hopefully we'll have a kicker next year. I'm done with him. I mean, if they cut him next week, I really wouldn't care. Like I say, all three sides of the ball played like pure crap today. And it's just bottom line. I'm totally defeated. My Bulldogs and my Falcons let me down this week. I'm just ready to get the wins until we can start new football. Totally disgusted and totally defeated.
And the Hawks.
All right, Will, what you got, man?
It's gonna be real sweet and short, man. Number one, we didn't prepare. Cool misses, field goals. Big blow for Mike Hughes, man. I hope he'll be back when we play against Denver Broncos, because they ain't no slouch either. But overall, man, what I'm gonna say is moving forward, Raheem Morris, man. I'm not so who you accountable, man. I understand that we was beating teams like the Cowboys. I guess everybody was just feeling too comfortable when we beat Dallas Cowboys. But I already knew there was gonna be a track game because since they fired Dennis Allen, I thought we were gonna come in and make a statement, but we done had too many mistakes, man. Justice Simmons didn't prepare, and I feel like they should have put Richie Grant as a corner too. No shots at Clark Phillips the third. I just feel like Clark Phillips the third struggling with big body receivers. That's all I got to say. Just take business on the road, and let's get at least 7-4, man, before bye week. That's all I got to say.
Well, the Bucks lost. Well, the Bucks lost today, by the way, fellas. So they lost to San Francisco, field goal at the end. So again, we need to, like I said, take care of business.
A little happy news.
That's about the only happy news we got today.
Right now. Georgia basketball.
So here's the question.
49-27.
So here's the question right now. I got for I'm gonna ask Kool-Aid this, because this is what we were talking about. Now, Kool-Aid. Now you pointed out the fact that the pass rush. We all know that we didn't make any moves, and we heard Raheem say earlier this week, "Oh, we're fine with what we have." Now we get 1 sack. What do you think, in your opinion, could possibly change what we got? Because Dorless hadn't touched the field yet. Rook is hurt.
Didn't get a sack.
Say again.
I'm looking at the stat line. We didn't get a sack. They didn't record us having a sack. We got 2 tackles for losses, but no sacks.
Okay, so we didn't get a sack today. 0-0-0. Now, what do you think needs to happen? Because we missed out on Zadarius Smith. We didn't go after Azeez Ojulari. We missed out on giving Judon some help. Now, how do you think this is going to affect us in the future? Because this is something that we talked about, but this was something that you specifically pointed out this week.
Well, this is what I say, man. Look, I know I'm the kind of guy that don't dream for players to go get players. Because we ain't in a position to get those players. We can dream all day. I can dream to go get some of the best players and to play the position in my dream that I want. You see what I'm saying? Or we can draft. But as of for right now, what we need to do is take number 17 out the field and put another down lineman over there if you don't have nothing else better to do. That's what I would do. I would take one of the best down linemen. Additionally, take that number 17 off the field and put me another down lineman on the defensive end over there. I would take a Harrison. I would take any one of them other guys, and I would bench that number 17, that cardio goat, and I would put him on the bench. The boy's in the way. That boy, he get in the way of trying to make tackles because he be running in the field, and then you got to run around him to make the tackle. I saw the dude running toward the player trying to make a tackle, and he actually literally slowed up and then go through the pile. He slowed up to keep him getting hit. He slowed up to keep him making contact. So I've been watching the dude for 2 years now. I don't even know why they drafted him.
And that was
during to replace him last year.
And that was during the Arthur Smith regime that they got him, Kool-Aid. So he wasn't a part of Morris. That was the Arthur Smith pick. And we all said, I said this on draft night when we got him. I said when he was at Penn State, because I live up here. So I actually got to watch him. He benefited from Michael Parsons being on the other side at Penn State. Don't nobody ever want to mention that, but he benefited because of Michael Parsons. And you pretty much see the impact of that when you look at him now. It's period messed up all the way around that they took fool's gold. Yeah. That was an Arthur Smith pick. That wasn't Terry pick. I'm sorry, not even Terry. That was your former general manager. I'm sorry, that was your general manager of the Falcons who was doing Terry Fontenot's job when they didn't trust him to draft. That was a Rich McKay pick. Remember, Terry finally had his first draft where he could really sign off on stuff that he picked, which was this year, his first one. Rich McKay signed off on Arnold Ebiketie and a lot of those other guys that came in. So let's make sure we put that out there for everybody before people start saying Terry got to go. Like, no, that was Rich McKay. Terry's first official draft where he had full autonomy was this year. He fixed the books. He fixed our defense last year with Ryan Nielsen and literally brought in players to help us. Terry's been doing his job. It's the coaches that's got to get this thing together at this point. He's got pieces.
Let me add to Kool-Aid's point real quick. The one thing that we had last week versus this week is Jimmy Lake actually schemed up blitzes. He put people in the right position to actually get home to the quarterback. We don't. The one thing that I always say, you don't need out of this world, pass rushers. It would be nice to have them, but if you can scheme up a blitz and if you can scheme up the way that the offense is set up, you can get home. That's what we missed this week. Jimmy Lake did not scheme up not one single blitz with Caden Ellis or
Troy Anderson, Caden Ellis. Let's talk.
Here's
the other thing I mentioned this week. Cam,
I said Jimmy Lake didn't show up this week.
Why didn't we? Why was you done in pass coverage? Did anybody see that play where they saw his head all over?
Yes, that was gonna be my next question. Why do we have him in pass coverage? He's a
rusher. You here to rush the passer, and on 3rd and 7, you ain't pass coverage. Whoever decided on that, they ass need to be ugly. That was dog. You done never need to be pass.
Jimmy Lake.
That's why
but here's the question. Now I'm gonna ask C-Dub this here. See, so why do you think we haven't used any of our safeties and safety blitzes to confuse an offense this year?
All right, because Jimmy Lake doesn't know how to do it. Because that's basically the only other reason. It's like he's doing the playback way back. I don't understand. I've seen defensive coordinators come into the league wanting to attack, wanting to get the pressure on the quarterback. This guy wants to, leave milk and cookies, wants to leave out the door wide open and go, okay, but you can't come to the kitchen. That's what they're doing. And it's like, you like our corners playing 10 yards back half the time. It's
Thank
like,
you.
how can they even get a jam? Mark, and by the way, Coach Cam, 3 targets, 3 receptions. That's what he got.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
not
thank you.
like it wasn't like he was torching the secondary up, but those were 3 plays and he was just dissecting everything. And it was like, what are we doing? And honestly, to me, it felt like Raheem went kiki ha ha Raheem. He did it with
Yeah.
Seattle and he did it with New Orleans. Everybody, everywhere, from YouTube, from ESPN, from everywhere, saying this game is going to be a trap game. This game, they're going to have more emotion. This game, and all of us said, you got to treat this like a playoff game. If that's a playoff game, it's a 1 and out. That's how serious I am about this. Because you can blame Koo. I ain't even mad at you. You can blame the defense. Not mad at you. I'll blame the offense because you were sleepwalking. You really were. And then Zach Robinson, when you do get something cooking, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier was making runs, both of them. Okay, now we got to throw.
Off their hands.
Yeah, it's like there are times you could give the running back the ball late in the fourth quarter. It's called you're destroying the will of the defense. And you just took them off you just said, hey, don't worry, I got you. We're going to throw it now. What are you thinking? I mean, I get it, but sometimes you got to let the play develop, and these guys were cooking. And I'm sorry I went past the safety blitz. I don't think that's even in the cards where on every defense plan that's on the card. I don't think they have that for us.
I got one
Flat
more.
out, fellas, we gave up the draws. And I'll tell you up front.
I got one more problem, Cuz, I want to bring to the table. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but Kirk Cousins, his release time is too slow for me, man. And he pats the ball. He almost like advertises what he's about to do. His release time is slow. It's like he's in 2 different time zones. I'm like, bro, just get the ball. You watch how Daniels from Washington Commanders throw the ball, right? It's like you know what I mean? Kirk's like, he's like so slow. And I'm like, bro, just get the ball out. Just go, man. I tell you, he's like a walking statue. I know he's a pocket passer.
Beat up.
But bro, you gotta get that ball out fast. See? And they know what I'm talking about. Red know what I'm talking about. He too slow, man.
It Kirk. I got to pat it like I'm patting a pack of cigarettes. Like he's patting a pack of cigarettes. Just throw the fucking ball.
Everything. He telling them everything he about to do.
Yeah. Looking right at the damn route. Like, nigga, throw the fucking ball.
Hey, Red. Language.
Whoa.
Language, dog.
And let me say this about with the historian why there's no safety blitz, because there's no trust in your corners to handle one-on-one business. That's why you're in zones almost every drive.
I would agree.
Because you don't trust your corners like that.
I would agree with that.
I agree with that too.
From being a former DB, and I can tell you this right now. When you give receivers 5-yard passes, as C-Dub said a moment ago, every time you line up, prevent defense prevents you from winning games. You're not letting these guys play one-on-one. If you notice, when you have the secondary playing man up and one-on-one, you get better results. The defense clicks when you have guys that are locked on. AJ's a one-on-one type corner. Clark Phillips III is a one-on-one type corner. You can't expect the guy to jump a route if you got a cat that's already got half of a first down running a 5-yard slant and you're already off 5 to 7 yards. You're giving a free ride. So again, that falls on Jimmy Lake and Raheem Morris.
Yep.
I agree with that wholeheartedly and everything like
that. Ain't no excuses with that, because guess what? You mix in the blitzes, because Justin Simmons is one of the best blitzing safeties, just like Jesse Bates is, that will come up, that will make a play, and that will knock you out. It's just what it is.
I'm gonna ask the panel a question.
Go ahead.
What's the biggest difference from Jesse Bates this year and last year? It's a very simple answer.
The coordinator.
Not even that. Not even that.
What, you got to play?
No, look at the scheme. Same scheme. Scheme was still the same. What was different?
Well, I'm gonna give you this.
It's right in everyone's
Bates was by
and y'all
himself, and
talking
Bates
about it
had
right
more
now.
free reign.
It's
Bates
the
had
corners.
more free reign last year in that defense, and he was able to roam a lot more than he does now. That's
But
the
look
difference.
at the depth of the corners.
Bates playing the
Look at
center
the
of the
depth of the
field last
corners.
year.
Bates
He played
we
center
play-
safety last year. He played
Hey,
in the center of the
Kool-Aid.
field last year. Did he not?
Kool-Aid, we pretty much played a lot of single high safety. So we were blitzing our strong safety a lot. That is what the difference was. That's why I said
difference.
This is why I said if we can't get a pass rusher, you need to bring in a guy. We got a Justin Simmons who can tackle, who actually can step down in the box. Guess what? You got to mix up coverages and you got to let Bates run free. That is his game. You can't put him in a box. Bates' game is to roam free. That's how he makes those plays. Simmons coming off the edge or being able to tackle and cover these running backs like Kamara coming out of the backfield definitely would make a bit of a difference, because then we would be able to see our linebacking core flow a little bit more. We would see a lot more flowing with our linebackers if they had some assistance.
I'm gonna tell you a difference too. We had sackers last year. We had Khalil Campbell. We had guys, Dupree. We had sackers last year.
Yeah.
So sometimes when them guys put the quarterback in position just to throw the ball up, it made it easy for Bates to read and to get into situations. We ain't getting that pressure again. The quarterback getting a chance to sit back and wait till guys come open, and it makes it very hard for any safeties or corners to do anything when the quarterback has a lot of time to do what they got to do. We had pressure. We had a lot of pressure last year.
Yep.
That's the difference.
The game don't fit the player.
But think about it, though. Calais Campbell fits what we do. He fits this defense because guess what? He ran this type of defense in Jacksonville. His whole career, this man has ran this defense. So again, when you don't pay this man and you don't give him the money, that's a problem. That is a problem. And he's down in Miami, not struggling, but he's down in Miami. See, StreamYard won a StreamYard today, but it's whatever. Normally, I don't do my logo, but I have to keep restarting this thing. So this is just what it is right now. But Calais Campbell should have been signed. He should have been re-signed.
Brought back.
He should have never let go in the first place.
Exactly. You let him go, and then you let Jonnu Smith go, who also could have been a weapon. They didn't want to pay him. So again, when you look at this is what happens.
But we bring back Lorenzo Carter. And I'm
the
president
other problem.
And I'm the president of the Lorenzo Carter fan.
Well, Lorenzo ain't even on the field. Lorenzo's sitting on the bench. Lorenzo ain't even touching the field right now. He's on IR.
Well, he's bad luck. He's bad luck. I want him out of Atlanta now.
Yeah, Lorenzo Carter. I've been saying that about Lorenzo Carter too. I said the same thing about Lorenzo Carter. Number 17. This is just plain out favoritism. Cause I heard Raheem talking in one of his post games, and he protecting Carter, man. I mean, he protected Carter the way he talked. He protected number 17. Oh, we gonna do better. We ain't gonna replace these guys with nobody, even though we got guys behind them. But we gonna try to play through with these guys through this season because of their contracts and stuff. He basically said something like that. And so he trying to just ride it out with Carter and number 17. And they're gonna be a problem. It's gonna be the problem the rest of the year. They're gonna be the problem right there. Cause they asked him on when he was interviewed on 92.9 on the radio show. They asked him about that. And he said, no, we're not gonna let those guys. We're not gonna let the other guys get no playing time. We might put them in a little bit, but he's showing favoritism on Carter. And one thing I learned about coaches who show favoritism, they don't win, especially when the player who they like can't play.
Yep.
Hey, what happened to
Lorenzo
Russo
Carter
today?
at this point in his career, he needs to go ahead and think about retirement at this point.
Who
So
coach Cam?
No, I was asking what happened with Russo today.
He got
He on
hurt. He got
IR.
hurt. He's still hurt. He didn't play.
Oh yeah, he is going to IR.
Yeah, he got
And
hurt.
so let me say this.
Like, why
Hey,
is he
hold
not
up,
on the field?
fellas. Wait a minute. Yo, I'm asking folks, listen, we got a lot going on. We said we're trying to have a little bit more decorum with the show. Please don't smoke. Please don't eat when you're on screen. If you're going to be on screen, be on screen. We're trying to talk football. We ain't trying to focus on what you're doing on the outside. So we letting everybody know, because I've had like 6 or 7 people doing that. Please, if you're going to be in here, be in here. That's what we asking. Thank you.
So with the Calais Campbell thing, they did try to resign Calais Campbell, but Calais wanted to go home, which was in Florida. So that's why he went to Miami.
That's fair.
Calais is actually from Denver. Calais wanted to stay in Atlanta. He actually said he wanted to stay. The reason he did not stay was because Atlanta wasn't going to pay him. Miami was going to give him that payday. That's why he went back to Florida.
Yeah, so he went home, but he wanted to stay. But I said that's why I was gonna say it was the money issue involved with that. So, but he wanted to stay, but he ended up going home because if there's no point, he's at a point of retirement, so he stays in Florida. So he wanted to go back home to Florida.
That's fair.
I feel it.
That's fair.
And tax-free, and it's tax-free money on that. What's up, Ant? What's up, John?
Yeah, and
What's
Lorenzo
up,
Carter.
Everybody, how y'all doing?
And Lorenzo Carter, thank the Lord, is on his last year of his deal, because when he came back, it was a 2-year deal. This is the 2nd year of his deal. Thank the Lord. Get on, gone. Fly out of here. Do what you got to do.
So, John, what you got for us? The Crooked Deacon has arrived to the pulpit.
Man, give us that fire, John. Give us that fire.
John, I already see that look in his face. I see it.
When you go fishing, the fish is not caught until you get him in the boat. Just because the fish is on the line does not mean you have caught him. Sometimes when you get him in the boat, you got to shoot him. You got to bust him in the head with a stick so he don't jump out the boat. We beat ourselves again.
Yeah.
The New Orleans Saints didn't beat us. We beat ourselves again. And I didn't hear the post-game press conference, but if that man come out there talking about and admits that we came out flat, I got a full tank of gas in this truck, I will run it off of that hill at Flowery Branch right into the building.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold
up. Let me do this real quick. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Fulton County Police Department, Flowery Branch Police. Hell no. Flowery Branch Police Department. His comments do not reflect any personnel on this panel, especially from the BirdCage LLC and the Magnificent BirdCage Group, and anyone that you say. So if you take this man to jail, if he does this, this is all on you.
It's on me, but
I got to put this. Look, I'm not going to jail for your ass.
I think that's Gwinnett County, Ryan. You called Fulton, so they wouldn't make it in time.
I'm making sure I got all bases covered, because you got to ride through a few of them counties.
Gwinnett County ain't no better. They were.
But this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. And I agree 100% with C-Dub. Now, Young Hoku missed 2. He missed 2. One got blocked. He can't do anything about that one. That's on the offensive line blocking for him. But we shouldn't have been in a position to rely on a field goal kicker to complete a touchdown drive, because we had him. And I think it was one of you that said about Kirk Cousins staring and patting the ball, making biscuits back there with plenty of time to get rid of the ball.
I said it.
Yeah, because the thing is that if you don't have options, Throw the ball away. Don't take an unnecessary sack. Don't take sacks like that. You got to get rid of the ball, or you take off, find a place to fall down, take off running, something.
Thank
Good
you.
grief.
Nah, your boy turned into a turnstile again today. He was doing good.
Oh,
And look,
Caleb
we gave him one.
That's what
Look,
I
John,
said.
we gave him one compliment this week.
Thank you.
And you see what he turned into.
Caleb
Thank you.
McGarry as well
Minus
well
the 2
as
times
your
he got
boy
stepped
on the
on.
other side. Both of them.
Minus
Both
the
of
2
them.
times he got stepped on. That man
Hey,
was a
you know what's
turnstile
funny?
The whole
We
game.
got an Alabama and New York Giant fan in here. He got to live through his Alabama Crimson Tide because his Giants ain't worth 2 dead flies smashed. My man, Dre, shout out to my boy Dre. He's all the way out in Germany. He's up watching the show right now, talking trash. Be safe over there. You know how it goes. But, you know, we owe you in about a couple of weeks. So when we have the pregame show, Andre, we need you to show up, sir.
Danny Dime, that's all I'm gonna say. We got beat.
Don't worry about it. Danny Dimes got you.
Yeah, Danny Dime got you.
Danny Dimes got you. We ain't
Guaranteed.
worried
Didn't
about
they
your
lose to
Alabama
Carolina
Crimson
today?
Tide. We
Yes,
worried
they
about your
did.
them bums losing to the Panthers at this point.
They
Y'all had a
lost to
job to
right.
do it. You didn't handle it.
Chuba Hubbard had a career day today.
Okay.
But both
Career.
sides, both ends of your offensive line collapsed like folding chairs in a 5-hour funeral.
Yep.
I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then the thing about I gotta say this: they folded, but the man had plenty of time to get rid of the ball prior to them fold, because he's standing back there like he think he's behind the iron curtain somewhere. Oh, they're not gonna get to me. I got plenty of time to do whatever it is I want to. And there were passes, completions that he missed. Drake London did an in and out on the left side up there that was a thing of beauty. And he was as open as a Waffle House on Christmas morning.
And Kirk didn't see him.
Didn't see it because Kirk locks in. He locks in.
You were going Darnell Mooney.
He also missed Darnell too.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
missed
It was 2 touchdowns, 2 walk-in touchdowns he missed today.
Right.
Those were the 2.
He didn't play well today.
Now, this is what killed me. The pass that Darnell Mooney caught on the 1, I feel like if he'd have put a little bit more air under it so Darnell didn't have to fall, Darnell walks in.
Or slow down and fall. Slow down and fall.
I felt like that was the worst outside of the pass that he threw in the triple coverage today. That was the worst. The worst.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm getting the impression after these 9 games that he thinks he has an arm. He thinks he got a flamethrower. He think he's Steve Avery. No, son, you missed a whole doggone half a year of football. All right, you missed a half a doggone year of football. I mean, I've seen him fire it in there. I've seen him get it in there, but throwing into triple coverage and all of that, no, you don't, not yet. You don't have that kind of arm. And someone on that coaching staff, somebody's got to be the one to tell him, hey man, don't risk these passes like this. Don't throw that. But is there anyone? I just need a man, somebody to stand up and do the popcorn and tell him, look, son, you can't do that. Don't do that no more. I'll go get Parcells. I'll let Parcells or somebody tell him.
But John, this is what happened. John, you remember what we said earlier this week when you came into the show? Remember we said that Raheem did what Raheem did wrong was this, and I gotta let Ant cook because he's been down there waiting.
Yeah.
We said this here. Raheem messed up, and you and I agreed on this. When you don't bring in veteran coordinators and you got first-year offensive coordinators that have never called plays, you should have had them as assistant coordinators. Give the title to the old guys, but let the young guys work. And in certain situations, those guys say, hold up, I got it. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do this. Boom. And you know, that is how you grow. That is how you have that responsibility. You don't give a guy the keys to a Lamborghini or a Porsche and he ain't never taken the driver's test before. That's just ridiculous. And then you give him a veteran quarterback. I get it, but you're giving him a vet, and he's not going to have the clout, or he's not going to have, as we would say, the wherewithals to be able to pull a curtain and say, hey, man, don't pull that BS over here. You're not going to be able to do that with a young offensive coordinator. You have to have somebody with a little seniority and a little, as we would say, a little seasoning that can pull a guy that's a veteran aside and tell him what he's doing right or wrong. Like Jerry Gray can talk to anybody on that defense because he has seniority. He has experience, not only as a player, but also has it as a coach. And he's got Hall of Fame players that he's coached and great players that he's coached. So again, that falls on Raheem. So with we saying that falling on Raheem, I'm gonna slide this over to my guy real quick. And what's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? I'm not surprised by what happened today. And it started on Monday when they fired Dennis Allen. I told a friend of mine, I'm flying out to Denver next week for the game against the Broncos. I told him, I said, look here, if they'd have fired Dennis Allen tomorrow, instead of last week, we'd have won that game. Interim head coach bumps are very real in the league. People don't understand that. Dennis Allen was a plague over that franchise, and they showed it today. Just by him leaving, they played better. Let's go to the game. Total team loss. Offense, defense. Second half defense was good, but you still haven't played a full game of defense the whole season. Offensive line terrible. Kirk Cousins. I told my friend, this is the first game, probably since the first couple games, that he forced a lot of passes in the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Elite process, his decision making and processing skills were terrible. It's 3 or 4 reads. Bijan, look at it. Bijan on that little catch over there, wide open. He went there. A couple plays when, like you said, walk-in touchdown. He's forcing the ball to Mooney. He's forcing the ball to Drake. He did not go through his progressions today at all. Worst game Curtis probably played since the first game.
Yeah.
In my opinion, first and second game. And as far as Younghoe Koo is concerned, we saw it. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on him. But if they don't have a kicker in tomorrow, we got a problem. But all I keep hearing, give him a pass. Give Younghoe Koo a pass. For what? No one should get a pass when you're not doing your darn job. And Raheem Morris. It starts with him because he did not have them ready to play today. He did not have them ready to play. And on the road against your biggest rival, that's a no-go. You cannot come out like that flat. We knew the Aints were coming out here ready to beat us today. You knew it. This is their Super Bowl. All this dumb stuff that we were doing as far as hey, listen. I didn't like the little parade they had yesterday. I know everybody have. I didn't like the parade.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. That's bad. That man, you messing with the football guys when you do that mess.
That's bad juju. That's bad juju to celebrate a win before it happens.
Exactly.
And I think everybody from the fans to the team came to New Orleans expecting a win today. I already thought, no problem. And you see what happened. So bad loss, very bad loss. I don't care that we're 6-4. I understand sometimes to go take. We learn how to win. We ain't been to playoffs in 7 years. We ain't have a winning record in 7 years. It's gonna be ups and downs. Washington lost the same way today. Denver lost the same way today. When you haven't won in a while, it's gonna be trials and tribulations. So that's my thing about it. Still 6-4, man. Bad loss. But hey, we're gonna see how good this coaching staff is now. You got to go on the road and play a pissed off Denver Broncos team. I'm gonna be there next week. You got to go out there and win this game because they're not playing with you.
The way they lost today, gee.
They real pissed. They big pissed.
They kicker got that. Think about it. They kicker literally got that field goal blocked at the end, and they were literally able to win that game. Sean Payton, think about it. Sean Payton has always been public enemy number 1 for Atlanta. Always. It didn't matter who was on the sideline, whether if it was Mike Smith, whether if it was Arthur Smith, whether if it was Dan Quinn. It did not matter. He owned Atlanta. As much as I hate to say it, he owned Atlanta.
Peyton is the number 1 Falcons killer as a head coach, man. And you cannot go here playing around.
It's just like we playing New Orleans 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, sir.
But here's the difference. Bo Nix is a mobile quarterback. That's the difference. Bo Nix is going to run.
And by the way, he's getting better week by week. He's getting better.
You ain't lying.
So
And here's the problem.
The Falcons need to leave tomorrow for Denver. Go wall out there, run in the mile high air.
I agree.
Get used
I
to
agree.
it so
I
that
agree.
you
I agree,
ready to
John.
doggone play Sunday. That we don't need to waste no time. We need to go out there and get acclimated to that area so that we'll be able to play, and that won't be an excuse.
I agree.
John,
we got to
you know what
buy
you
into
need
it.
to
there
do?
today.
Agree.
Hey, John,
I
I'm
agree.
gonna give you this. I think you and my cousin Charisma, y'all need to jump in the truck. Y'all need to grab some 2x4s, and I think y'all need to start swinging. That's just me. Y'all two like 2x4s and stuff like that. Y'all need to go ahead and start swinging. Hell, I'll give you some gas money to take care of that.
Man, shoot all the way down I-70 from Kansas City.
Hey, Kool-Aid. Hey,
I'm with
Kool-Aid,
you,
look.
John.
You want to go? Hey, Kool-Aid, you want to go? You want to
Hey,
go?
Kool-Aid,
You
if
want
you
to
know
ride,
a man with
Kool-Aid?
hey, hold on, Kool-Aid. If
Look
you
like
know a
hat
man
called
with some
Jim
discount
Duggan.
on some 2x4s, hit me up. I'll pay for
Kool-Aid,
them. You
you on
muted,
mute, big
Kool-Aid.
dog.
Hey, Kool-Aid, you muted, bro.
Let me say this, man. Cool have missed eight field goals. 8
this year. Yep.
He missed that many?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year, yeah, he missed 8 this year,
Oh
bro.
my God.
He missed a couple in the
Remember, he
first
missed
game.
2 in the
Messed
Tampa
up.
game when we went to overtime and won it. He missed 2.
Jesus, I ain't like he missed that many field goals, fellas.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
In the
then he
last
missed
4
3
years, he's
today.
only missed
Let me
12
tell you
Missed 3
combined.
today.
He's
Cool
missed 12
head is
combined over the
messed up.
last 4 years. He's missed 8 this year.
Cool
wrong with his
head
leg
is
all of a
messed
sudden?
up. He is messed up on that left
Ever
hash
since
mark.
he changed his number to 6 and gave Bijan that 7, he
He
ain't
ain't
been
been
right.
right.
Well, let me tell you something. I've been watching Cool from the first time he came in. And I have never liked the Cool because I was at the Philadelphia game, his first game, and he missed the field goal in the Philadelphia game that we lost. Okay? He always kept me on edge every time he kicked ever since we got him. He is
You
not
know he's
what you
superstitious,
call,
Kool-Aid. You know, you remember when they broke in his truck and stole his cleats, right?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't been right since then. Like literally, those cleats he had, when he had those cleats, he didn't miss anything. When they stole those cleats, his mind ain't been right since. Literally. Am I lying, fellas?
Nope.
True.
No.
No,
Don't lie, brother.
Think about it. People started comparing him to Matt Bryant when he first got here because he did not miss.
He ain't the
Yes,
I
you're right.
can't put him in
He
that
didn't miss
category.
nothing.
I'm sorry.
Hey, didn't he also steal his pads?
But let me tell you, man, the way this football season going, and you see all the games, the one who got the best kicker gonna be the ones who gonna win these championships.
That's the Dallas Cowboys.
That's the problem, man. We go, yeah.
Well, Harrison Butker.
We got in order for us to be in
Justin
there.
Tucker.
We gonna have to have that kicker that gonna have to be there to do that. I mean, I don't care how you pull it, how you turn it. We won this game if Koo make 2 field goals. Let me tell you why Koo missed that kick that got blocked. Because after he missed that first field goal on the hash mark and he hooked it. When he got ready to kick that field goal, I counted 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. He approached the ball too slow, trying to make sure he kicked the ball. That's why that ball got blocked. You cannot go 1,001, 1,002 to kick the field goal. He hesitated on trying to make sure he lined that ball up. And so he did not get it up. And it was too late.
On that left, here's the thing. That left hash mark is very dangerous for him. It don't matter where he is. If he's on the left hash mark, you might as well just go ahead and just lean your head down and just say a prayer. Because he's hit it before, but if he's on the left hash mark, he's not going to hit it like that. That is something he just makes you nervous when he on that left hash.
And he
I wonder why that is, Ryan.
But it's not just him.
60-yard. He practiced those.
It's most kickers though.
Nah, it's most kickers.
Most kickers have a thing with that last.
But here's the thing: it's not just him. Any kicker that kicks with their right leg, any right-legged kicker is not good off the left hash mark. It's not just him. He just is one that's the most inconsistent because I've seen Will Lutz, who we're going to see next week. Will Lutz is with the Broncos, by the way.
Yep. They
Was a
kick it 60
problem
yards
last
on
year.
you real fast.
Exactly. Will Lutz, I saw it with Harrison Butker. I've seen it with Tucker. Those guys have struggled from the left hash. So any right leg kicker has pushed it. Hell, go back to I'll give you this. Go back to the Peach Bowl that Georgia played in against Ohio State. That kid was 90%. A 90% kicker. They had him on the left hash, and he literally pushed it, and it went to the left. All he had to do is push it to the right. It would have went in. That hash mark is literally
for a lot of kickers.
For a lot of kickers, right-legged kickers, that's the worst hash mark for them to be on because their mechanics are all backwards. That's why.
I tell you one kicker that don't have that problem. Aubrey from the Dallas Cowboys.
Sure don't.
Yeah.
Can we trade for him? Can we give up Kool-Aid's guys and then give up Kool-Aid got two guys, Ebiketie and Carter, and then we can give up Cool. You think Jerry might get it up? We'll give up a little money for that
too. We'll give him
Richie Grant too. I'm good with that.
Oh yeah, we'll take that. Oh yeah, he'll take that. He'll take that.
Hey, Kool-Aid. One thing I'm gonna say about that kicker from Dallas, bruh. If they ever figure things out and they keep him,
he's a weapon.
They ain't gotta ever worry about a kicker because he don't miss nothing.
Nope.
50-yard plus.
That man hit one from 65 out, and I mean he still had leg to spare on it, and it was windy. Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting back like at this point, we got to start looking in the draft coming up, fellas. We got to start looking for kickers, not just in big time schools. I'm gonna tell you where you want to get your kickers at. And John, you might agree with me on this. You get your kickers that come from places that are in foul weather. That's where you're gonna get your kickers from.
That's a good point. That's a good point, dog.
Because if we ever play in playoff games where we outside in bad weather or anything, they understand how to kick in it because they've been kicking in it for 4 years. You put them in a dome, they're not missing. And they got a strong leg. So I think we need to go ahead and start looking for kickers in the places like Iowa or pretty much Michigan, because the kicker from Michigan is in the NFL balling right now. They won them a national championship. Yep. So again, you got to start looking in the foul weather places to get your kickers.
Y'all play Madden with a 7-mile-an-hour wind in the snow.
Don't do it.
Tried it.
Trying to doggone kick a field goal from 45.
Tried it. Don't work.
Don't do it,
John. Why do you think I'm saying you go get your kicker that's been in cold weather, and the kid literally has got to fight the elements to kick the ball, and not just kick the ball, understand how to kick it through certain things. But when you put him in a dome, any kicker that you've seen that just pretty much played in bad weather their whole career, they're money when they play in the league. They are money.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. Most of the teams are getting ready to switch to domes now.
Yeah,
it's not just
everybody. Yeah,
Tennessee's switching to one. Buffalo might be switching to one pretty soon. Cleveland is going to get one. So it's going to be a lot of teams getting domes. The only place that probably won't is Green Bay. Yeah, and Chicago might get one too.
Green Bay never get a dome. Too much.
They might put a cap on top of Soldier Field, but hey, because that's a legendary spot. But one thing I definitely wanted to point out, and this is something that really incensed me. New Orleans was trying to do it again. That pass to Kamara was an embarrassment pass. They were trying to embarrass and humiliate us. Man dropped it. You get another shot at it because of them trying to be cocky, trying to be sedated, trying to be New Orleans. And it didn't look like this team was ready for the opportunity. It didn't look like we were ready for the opportunity, because what the hell was that at our last play?
I'll explain it to you, John. I'll explain it to you. What Alvin Kamara ran was an option route. So he could have either ran, he either could have ran a dig or he could have run the wheel, which he ended up running the wheel route going further because Caden Ellis sat down. Alvin read it and he kept going. Derek threw a perfectly timed ball. What happened was Alvin started looking at the end zone way too damn soon. So that was fortunate for us, but it wasn't bad coverage or anything like that.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
Ellis sat down.
No. Hey, coach, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the defense. I'm talking about our offense with a minute and 30-something seconds to play. Coming out there, not going for broke.
John, that fell on your offense. This is what happens when you have a young offensive coordinator. Now you know what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's on Zachy boy right there. That's on Zachy boy. Everybody's favorite OC. You gonna be head coach next year.
I said it because everybody's like, "Well, that's gonna fall on him." No. Here you go. When you got the game on the line like that, you got a veteran quarterback like Kirk. Guess what? You got to put him in a position to get his playmakers the ball. Your offensive line got whipped today. Let's be real.
Yes, they did.
Whipped up front today. We didn't run the ball. I mean, here's the thing. Bijan did his thing. Tyler did his thing. But we didn't run the ball well like we normally do. We did not establish that line of scrimmage today.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's honest. What you got, Kool-Aid?
Hey, what's the problem with the coaches and Hodges, man?
I've been saying that.
I don't understand.
I've been saying that.
You need another receiver on the field. He's the fastest receiver on the football field.
He was he's one of the fastest on the team.
Hodges, man. I know he in the past he had some drops, but he's the fastest receiver.
But
I
didn't think because Drake London is their spot. Drake London's backup. I don't think it had anything to do with his speed. He's a backup to Drake. I think he's a backup. The one who goes, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
Hey, Nathan, no. Nathan, Hodges came out of Prairie View A&M, but he started off at Alcorn State. That was a ball game for us. But Hodges runs a 4.3 and a 4.2 on a good day. That's how fast he is.
They say we need to get
Chris. Man, you could have put that man out there and just let him run a fly with Mooney drawing somebody off, man, running him a post and let that man fly up the field, man, the same way they talk.
Kool-Aid. You got the two. I'm gonna give you the Kool-Aid. You know you got the two. I'm sorry, John. I'm gonna give it to you. But you got to think about it, John, because I'm gonna let you jump on this. You got the two. You have two of the fastest receivers that have recently come out of the HBCU ranks recently. Chris Blair is one, and Kadero Hodges the other. And ironically, they came out of Prairie View A&M, out of Texas. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And my problem is, you fling it down there and see if you can get a pass interference call or holding call, something.
Thank you.
Give them an opportunity to well, and truth be told, if I had been coaching today, in that first half, the way that they were grabbing and holding and pulling, they almost damn near undressed Drake London as well as Mooney all during the first half and didn't call any penalties. Didn't call nothing. Okay. Now, if I had been coaching today, my assistants would have finished the game because see, me and that white hat would have got with it all doggone game long about that because of the fact that we were not getting any calls because of that. But at the end of the game, when you got a minute and 30-something seconds and you need a field goal or a touchdown, you need to fling that thing down there, see if you can draw a pass interference penalty or something. Run into the man. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Complete the pass. You needed chunks of yardage at that time.
I completely agree with you, though, John. I completely agree with you. But guess what happened when we did it? Kirk took us out of field goal range with an unnecessary sack.
With an unnecessary sack.
But here's the thing.
I got
the unnecessary sack that he took. Well, go ahead, Kool-Aid.
I'm just confused at that end. Why we could not clock that at the end when he made that?
Yes, it was fourth down.
When we got down, here's the problem. It wasn't a fourth down. When we got down there, the offensive line was not all on the ball, and the ref had
And
not
ref was in the way.
touched the ball
Ref
and
was in
And the
the
stepped
ref
away.
was in the way. Thank you, John.
That's the reason why.
Ref
So,
was in the way.
So
He
so
wasn't.
it,
He wasn't hunching nobody, but he was in the way.
okay. I'm trying.
That's
I
the
was
reason
just
why. Because
wondering.
here's the
I was
thing:
wondering. They
the
should. I
ref
just
has to
think
touch that ball. Because here's the thing: even if we're all lined up like you saw in lineman getting there, the ref sat there and waited. He literally could have touched the ball and moved out of the way.
I'm just
But he
wondering
didn't.
why they didn't clock it. If they would have clocked it, would that been a fourth down
We
play?
would have had a chance to throw a
You would have
Hail
had
Mary.
another. Yeah, you would have had another chance.
So
Because
I'm
I thought it
trying
was
to
fourth down.
understand why they would run down and run a play instead of
No, we
clock.
were out of field goal range. We were out of field goal range at that point.
No,
So
we
it would have
weren't.
had to be a Hail Mary at that point.
Exactly. So I would have played out 90% of the time.
And
In
you
most
could have threw
games, you play for the
Haji
Hail
in there because
Mary.
of speed.
90% of the time, 90% of the time, you play for the Hail Mary. You have a better chance playing for the Hail Mary at the end of the game like that.
And
Hail Mary.
Kool-Aid, guess what? You could have lined Hodges and Chris Blair up on the side and said, all right, who's going to stop him? Because you got two guys that can go. That's the thing. Two of them.
Right. You could have clocked it. You would have been a 4th and 4. You would have had what you had about like 3 seconds, 2 seconds on a hike. You had to hike the ball one more time. Put your fastest receivers in and run the Hail Mary. I couldn't understand that last play to throw it out of bounds and try to get out of bounds. I couldn't understand that. Why would they do that?
The reason they were trying to get out of bounds was because of the clock. They were trying to get the clock straight. If you get out of bounds, you don't have to spike it. The clock automatically stops. That was the reason they were trying to step out of bounds. But at that point, you threw the ball in the middle to Kyle Pitts. Pitts should have not been running across the middle. If you had anybody running across the middle with speed, it should have been either Hodge or Mooney running across the middle because they're fast enough to get up and get away. Pitts would have been great for the jump ball at the end. Because of his height and his size.
The last play was 4th and 4. That's why we couldn't spike the ball. So they weren't.
It was 4th down. Okay.
Yeah, it was 4th and 4. The players weren't rushing to get to the line, and also the ref was waiting for everyone to get in place before he could move. So it was just a whole full of time management across the board. None of our players were efficient enough to get back to the line to get everything going. So that was a desperation pass at that point.
Okay. That's why I was trying to understand. Okay. Because he would have clocked it, it would have been 4th down. We needed a first down to keep it going. And he would have clocked it, it would have been 4th down, the game over on the way.
Yep.
And see,
okay, that's why I was trying to get an understanding. I'm like, okay, was that the 4th down play or was not? So that play was the 4th down play. So if he would have clocked it, it would have been 4th down, no first down, game over.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And see, something else. We have the slowest quick huddle game in the league.
I don't disagree.
I mean, we do.
Disagree.
We have the slowest quick huddle game in the league because, okay, say for instance, there's a questionable pass catch or a questionable play where we gain the yardage and we need to get to the line.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get to the line, run the play, or say for instance, we go tempo.
There's no urgency there. There's no urgency there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, okay, offensive linemen taking their time, wide receivers, quarterbacks, running backs taking the time getting up to the line. And I said now, and everything we do is
slow.
It's measured. It's slow. It's methodic. Even when you signal a man to go in motion, he go in motion slow. Then turn around and go back. Man, come on, man. I mean, it's really just frustrating. It's just frustrating. I mean, you got a veteran quarterback out there. You call 3 plays, send them out there, and you make adjustments. Like Cincinnati used to do. Like Matt Ryan them used to do. Had that little sugar huddle right there at the doggone line of scrimmage.
But that falls back. But John, that falls back on coaching, bro.
It falls back on coaching.
Yeah.
And here's the funny part. I'm gonna give y'all this because we got to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
We got to wrap up. I'll tell you this. I bet money we won't have no more parades before a game like that no more.
Nah.
We better not.
But here's the thing. That's a whole nother part of the fan base that went down there and literally made us look foolish. So now you know what's going to happen tomorrow with the media, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know what's getting ready to happen. Kool-Aid,
Hey,
Kool-Aid, I saw that look. You know what's getting ready to happen tomorrow.
But you know what, though? I hope this is not the last time that they do it. I hope it's not.
No. Here's my thing. You're saying that, but let's just be real. The fans showed up, but this one thing you don't ever do, and I learned this a long time ago. Don't run your mouth before a fight.
No, what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that you should ever celebrate a victory before it happens. What I'm saying is I still want our fans to be.
Yeah, we want them to show up and show out, but here's the thing.
Because the thing is, we haven't had that in 7 years.
But here's the thing. Do that after you win the game. Don't do it before you do. Don't do it before then. That's the problem.
I thought New Orleans started that crap when they came here that time and marched through the.
But they beat. But here's the thing.
They did a parade
did it after they beat us. That was the difference.
They did. I saw one where they did it before. They did it marching.
They were doing it before.
They did it before
the game, and they marched in.
Oh, so this is payback.
They started that parade crap into
and
the stadium.
they thumped us though. They thumped us.
They started the parade crap in the stadium. So the Atlanta fans decided, look, we finna come down big. We not just gonna march into the stadium. We gonna go down here and we gonna take the street.
Yeah, like this is what
and here's the problem. This is what we were saying.
So the fans doing what they doing and trying to hype it up and try to crunk it up because we got our beef with the fans. It's just like me going to the stadium. Like when I go down there to the Hawks, and when I you know what, I walk down there and I got my hat on. I'm looking, I got my stuff on, and I see them Chicago boys come up in there. They coming in there. Hey, cool. Hey, they don't know who I am. Hey, we gonna beat y'all.
I don't mind the trash talk. This is what I'm saying.
They coming
Kool-Aid.
in.
You didn't see Kool-Aid. You didn't see what we saw on Twitter. You didn't see what we saw on X. It was a little bit more. It was a little bit more than that, Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't just the second line, Kool-Aid.
Hey, they must really got down there.
Kool-Aid.
They did. They had a band.
Cafe Du Monde. You know that's one of the biggest spots around there. Now I said, you see cats standing on the tables, throwing up the signs, going hard in Cafe Du Monde, playing. We playing. No more playing GA in Cafe Du Monde. It was funny. I said, Lord, we gotta win this game. I said, if we lose this. I said, we ain't gonna hit
I'm a Kool-Aid drinker. I can't get mad at that, bro.
That's what
I'm saying. They came out there with their chest stuck out.
Well, see, this is the problem.
That's the kind of stuff I'll be doing right there before the game, bro. I can't get mad at that Kool-Aid drinker right now.
Christy, what we were saying is this. We want y'all to show up and show out because I know I did when I came home to watch the Dallas game. What I'm saying is, it was some other stuff. The parade is one thing. You let them know you was in the city. But it was some other Falcon fans that was just, if you look on that Twitter, they was going hard.
They did a little too far.
Well, see, that's the problem.
We took over Bourbon Street. I'm fine with that. But it was some other stuff they did that you just sit back and say,
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Your fans can't write checks that the team can't cash. That can't happen. That can't happen. That can't happen. If you gonna schedule homecoming for a team, you better be double dog damn sure you gonna beat that team at homecoming. Because if you don't, and y'all putting all this stuff all over everything and talking all this stuff, and you get beat, and you just get tore out the frame. Oh, you got a lot of crow. They serve crow barbecue, sauteed. They serve it over glass, under glass, whatever. And you gonna have to eat all of it. And see, we are not at that point yet with the Atlanta Falcons where we can trust them to take care of the job. So if y'all want to go down there and do that, that's on y'all. But just remember,
hey John, how they say we went to go take over the trap, and guess what? the damn feds came out and put us in handcuffs today. And unfortunately, they had crescent signs.
Cause see, you know what my saying is. You know what my saying is. If you gonna whoop it, you gotta bring it, but don't mess around and have to haul it to save it.
Hey, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. So let's go ahead and get it. Kool-Aid, tell the folks where they can find you at, and John, you're gonna do the same, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up, fellas.
Hey, man, you can check me out on ATL Kool-Aid Drinkers. I put my commentaries, which I'm going to be putting up a commentary on this game right here, giving my opinion. Also about the whole weekend, I waited. I gave my commentary air. I tried to do it on Friday, but I'm doing this one on Sunday. This is going to be a tough one. So I got a lot to say about these losses, man. But I can say, I don't know if this is spin-off hate, that this was the win that caused everything. We gave up all their losses to this team to upset Miami. I don't know. Because that's usually, hey, I don't know. But Kool-Aid Drinker, just hook me up. YouTube, Kool-Aid Drinker. That's all you have to put in ATL Kool-Aid Drinker. You'll pull me up. And I'll be on We Talk Hawks TV, as well as coming up here on BirdCage after the game. That's about it. You can catch me on Dixon if you want to be on there watching me. Put my comments in on Dixon Way, and we go from there, man. So I see y'all on the next one, man. We still got some Hawks game coming up, and this gonna be a crazy year. I'm eating crow. I eat a lot of crow, John. Believe that. I eat a lot of crow, and I chug some Kool-Aid down behind it, man.
Hey, John, that's why he in great shape. That crow pie is very thin.
Hey,
he don't get no weight with that.
Hey, don't go see the doctor. Don't take no doctor medicine, because I eat a lot of crow.
No diabetes over there. That crow right there keep you right.
There, you know what I'm saying? All of that.
John, where can the folks find you, brother?
Oh, my goodness. Kool-Aid, that's not part of a recommended diet for an American. At any rate, you'll find me at the eye test. Me, Winston, Kool-Aid, you can come on over. And anybody who wants to come on over and join us on the eye test Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock. We'll be going over this. I'm so mad right now, I'm probably going to do something that I normally don't, I used to do, but I normally don't do, is start talking from the truck driving. Because, man, this is inexcusable. This is just inexcusable to me. And I appreciate you guys having me on here today. But hey, it's a benediction this time. Hopefully the blessing will come next week.
Man, look, it's been a rough weekend for me as a football fan. The dogs got them cheeks clapped yesterday, and then we lose to them stinking Saints today. Boy, I'm going to tell you like this. This is probably one of the worst Veterans Day weekends that I've had. But the best part about it is I get free food. So I can actually go to different places and get me a free meal. So that's the only good thing that's going on right now. Because damn it, my feelings is hurt. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
It's one of, how you say, how you used to get that whooping back in the day, and you take that pause when you're about to cry, and that hurt. That's what that feel like right now. Joker hit me in the chest and knocked the wind up out of me right now. I'm hurt bad, but it's all good though, because guess what? We get to get after Denver's ass this week, and we get to get Sean Payton. So we finally get to get some get back at somebody who was an Aints for a while, and that was a thorn in our side. Let's go ahead and hand these boys this loss next week. Take this to the chin, pick yourself up, dust yourself off. It sucks. Do not take this logo off. I don't care how bad it hurt. Ride it out. Because we know it's some fair weather fans and some bandwagon fans that's jumping on this wagon right now. Guess what? If you're going to be here through it all. Because this is part of being a Falcons fan. We just had a great first half of the season. Let's see if we can finish this next game and at least go 7-4. And then go into our bye week and then finish the rest of this season on out. And let's get to these playoffs, man. It's right in sight. So it's nothing more, nothing less. Just handle business. Let's take care of this here. We'll see you Thursday, 8 p.m. but we possibly will be having an interview for the folks out here on Wednesday. Mr. Carl Mecklenburg, former Denver Broncos linebacker, will probably be coming on the show on that Wednesday. Got to check back with him, make sure his schedule's open, as he said, and we'll see what we can do. So we're going to bring back a man that's a 3-time AFC champ who played in 3 Super Bowls with the Broncos in their heyday with John Elway and the young Shannon Sharp. We get some good stories on that. And he definitely, he going to tell me a little bit about my goddaddy too, Clarence K, Bulldog legend / Bronco, that kept Shannon Sharp on the bench. But all I'll say is this, man. Next week we rise up and we just got to go out in Broncos country and just get this dub. So without further ado, thank y'all for joining us. This is the Benediction. We will see you for the BirdCage regular show next week. Peace, y'all.